chat. Let's get to 10K. Chat. Got my own 5, don't need security in no club. All that woofing on the net. Thought you was a I know where to go. I hit up everywhere they was. Come get it back in. Ain't no mask up, no Dodger, and nigga know who it was. Where my barbs at? Where my bars in the chat? Where my bars in the chat? Hello. Said do red raw way for a galaxy. The Galaxy, appreciate you, no love, appreciate you. Whatever you want. Lovers and friends. Ooh. Tell you again. I'm gonna learn that, I'm gonna learn that. That lovers and friends, I'm gonna learn that. What's up, Dad? for the follow, KP. Appreciate you. Appreciate you.
That's what makes it so powerful. Yeah.
Appreciate you, dog.
No doubt.
Hey, everybody subscribe to this man YouTube, but he's 2 times.
Bro, appreciate it. No doubt. Y'all follow Farmer Bloodline. I love the name, bro. Follow Farmer Bloodline. Farmer Bloodline, the stars align for the summer solstice, spring, winter, different stars became different deities that became different teachings of different religions. That's where all of that come from. Let me see. The Party King, what's up? One question, one comment. Let's see. Me, what's up? How you doing? Question, one comment. All right. Pam, what's up? How you doing?
Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. How are you? Thank you so much for sharing your knowledge and your studies with us.
No
it is
doubt.
greatly appreciated. When you were talking about the tool, the hoe, right? I've been researching the weaver because that word keeps, for whatever reason, coming up before me. So I know it's something God wants me to look into. So during your study, have you came across anything dealing with the weaver? Because back in the ancient days, the women did all the weaving and they had a weaver. And then when you study about like Goliath, David and Goliath and the different stories in the Bible, that's what the giants used. It looks like a weaver beam.
Ancient clothing was made out of hemp. Right? Like some type of marijuana type plant. Hemp.
Okay.
They used a weaver. They used plant-based things to make cloth, to make clothing. That's what different plants made different color ancient clothing. And they used the weaver. So yes, the weaver is an ancient tool used by our culture, because they was making something kind of like the Muslims wear the over, like the long shirt, like Africans. That still kind of comes from the ancient weaver, because they made like the big shawl like shirts. Because I found some receipts of those in the mounds, and I found it in Egypt, and I found it in Samaria, and they made it out of different. The regular clothes were made out of hemp, and then different colors came from different plants that I don't know how they done this, but the colors came from the plant life, and they weave these clothing. So the weaver, it was used in our culture in ancient times.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. Y'all follow Miss Pam. Follow Miss Pam. They found like this hemp like clothing with some type of dye from another plant. So they made the clothes out of the hemp with the weaver, and then they dyed it with different type of plants. So a purple plant would dye these clothing, a sunflower would dye this clothing, and that's what kind of like what dye comes from too. Then they use minerals from the earth and dyed different hemp clothing. It's amazing how much these people were doing these beautiful things and thousands of years ago. And it just showed the progress of a people. In other cultures didn't even have no clothes. They were just bare, and our people had different color clothing. That's fire. I gotta show y'all some receipts on that. King D, what up? Got a question or comment?
Yeah, my respect. My respect. We know the truth. I got two questions. I want to ask, why they cover colonizing Jamaica right at this modern time? And the other question is, why is the Caucasian over there in England pretending that there's a rise of white power again?
Yeah, I saw it. Jamaica. Just speaker. Just bouncing back. Yo. All right. King D. Jamaica is prime land, bro. See, people don't understand. Them islands are the most beautiful, best weather, most agriculture. You can grow anything. The spirituality of the people is beautiful. The islands are a very rare place on the planet, right? Because you get beautiful weather, beautiful people, beautiful islands, and then the ancient culture was the same people who done this. Same people, same agriculture mound builders, right? Because the Achilles in the island. These people want Jamaica and Haiti, bro. Everybody want to claim those islands as theirs, but those islands are original islands of the people of Tamari, same people. We try to split up the ancient culture of the islands with the ancient culture of the mainland, but that's where it actually comes from. So, them people want to fight over y'all beautiful land and y'all beautiful spirituality over there, because that area in the world is one of the most lavish places you're gonna ever see, with the weather and the people, and then the uprising over there in Europe. That is a distraction, because the lower level YT people always want to try to act like they uprising against the elite, right? But in Europe, they're not going to be able to do that, because Europe is already got an army sustainable to stop that. Right? That's they already lost, right? Because they can't prove it's their land. Therefore, if you can't prove your ancestors buried in their land in ancient times, ain't no use you going out there trying to riot and get no control over nothing because you don't even know where your ancestors from. A lot of these white tea people be from Africa. They ain't even from Britain and France and and the people over there know this, so they just try to show a little show against the government to try to make us uprise the same way, right? So they can try to do us bad. But those people are just putting on the show. A lot of them just put on the show, bro. They're not gonna get nothing out of it. Good question, King D. Y'all follow King D. Follow King D. Good question.
Keep you back. This has nothing to do with nothing else. I'm trying to tell you. To keep themselves in existence, they need their own room. And here with you in the States and all of that, that's where the God and Goddess cells, the Fertile Crescent, is being used as a placenta, a womb, to birth their counterpart, what? Species. And they ship out and go do what they're going to do in their homes to keep them in play. Make sense? Or no? But you are just pure dominant cells, family. Okay? Like, you gotta do your sit down. You crops. Just like each crop, when you try to, from Florida to Alaska, one straight line of crops, they don't look the same the farther they go, but they're all corn, as an example. Look at it like that. You are like that with how you look. When you're looking at yourself outside and you trying to figure out what y'all look different, but you the same, your crops, like, you're pure carbon. That's all that it is outside. It's pure carbon beans. So you're going to have some, when you say like Future look Chinese, Pharrell look Chinese. Yes, Pharrell and Future are the real people from that region that come here. They are the real people. They not Barack Obama and them. Barack Obama and them is African, Eurasian, Caucasian. You see them, the New World 6 ethers. Future and them, the Old World 9 ethers. Okay? That's what we trying to tell y'all. Like, we the Old World 9. Like, anything else, as soon as it split itself, whatever happened, whoever, it ain't you. Now, the thing is, too, taking over sectors we sit in, y'all will lay it down. You getting held hostage, you getting abducted, because you finna have to teach bro and them how to do what they need to do. That's literally fundamental as hell. And we gotta remember all of this. And the key word is fundamental. Fundamental. Ain't nothing else. It be frying me that I have to meditate and hold my own words like this. Because this is how life works. Like, bro, it don't matter if you say you know it every day. Act like you know it. Only way you do this is by doing it every day. Because it's practice which make perfect. You feel me? So, it's fundamental, though, y'all. Like, The 6 ethers. The Crusaders, this the second crusade. You see, he got the double. Ooh, then he got the triple cross.
That's the first one. That's the first one. That one is considered the it's called the Cross of Lorraine, and the first person to adopt it was I forgot his name. I think his name is Joffrey. It's called the Cross of Lorraine, and the first person to adopt it was I forgot his name. I think his name is Joffrey Bouillon. He was the first one to actually go on the first crusade. That's why I was putting it in the comments. I was like, that's the first crusade. That's Joffrey Bouillon. He was the first one to actually go on the first crusade. That's why I was putting it in the comments. I was like, that's the first crusade. That's the first leaders. That's the first Sith Lords. For real.
Yes.
The first leaders. That's the first Sith Lords. For real.
Yes. Bruh. Hold on, bruh. I just canceled on there. Keep going. You got it. Bruh. I just canceled on there. Keep going. You got it.
Or not change, or an upcoming event, right? So basically your subconscious could be trying to warn you or communicate with you most times through a so-called dream. But a lot of times those are actual paranormal experiences where you are being interacted with by a parasite, whether it be a entity considered a worm, a spider, or a ghost, or entity considered to be a ghost or a spirit, potentially viceful, potentially virtuous. So there's so many different forms of humanoid communication while in this particular state that we call or consider to be sleep, during the action that we consider to be dreaming, right? So it really depends on the detail of the experience, how well it's been documented, and the level of sensation experienced, I would like to say, for me to tell you if you had a dream, or excuse me, if it was just a dream, or also known as just a message, or if it was actually a legitimate interaction.
Okay. That's intriguing still.
Yeah, because not saying you do it or I do it, but I'm gonna say we, just as people of this planet, right? Like, once again, I'm using the word lazy. A lot of motherfuckers is lazy. So who knows if somebody just wrote down on the paper some bullshit because they didn't feel like fully doing the work, or they didn't feel like fully doing the research or the investigation. Who knows if they feel like, if they did that. You feel what I'm saying? Just being lazy, just lazy, not doing what the fuck they supposed to do. So it ain't no telling what has been actually communicated or reported, but was never investigated or never properly researched. It just was wrote off as, a dream or something in the sleep state, when in reality it was beyond more. I'm assuming it was more than that. It was beyond what the average person is even educated to comprehend. So, yeah. So I said, I hope that answers the first part of your question in as much detail as possible, right? Like, long story short, not saying that I think that you would lie to me, right? If you was my roommate, nigga, and you had to tell me that. I'm not saying I think you would lie, but my thing would be, who's to say it was a dream? Who's to say it didn't actually take place and actually occur? And you just so happen to believe that it was a dream or that it did not occur, right? Mm-hmm. Right. So that's all I want.
It's African in there. That's what you saying, Cash? Like that? A little bit?
I was gonna break down all the HBCUs, all the colleges, like everything. Everything is consistent crusade stuff. So I mean, it's gonna be a long series, but it's gonna take some time to break down every school, every city. Because like I showed y'all yesterday when I was breaking down Baton Rouge and how it was set up, it's actually in the shape of a bird. when you turn it upside down, because everything is upside down, because that's how they see. They reptilians, right? All right, then why people keep thinking this shit is a game? Just saying.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Hey, that's the first sentence you know somebody lying when they say, I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
I don't know, when sis said that, the first thing is these Harlequin babies that they keep talking about. They keep saying it's a deformity, but they really just aliens coming in true form.
Yeah.
This is all we be breaking down for y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. A couple of y'all baby daddies and baby mamas acting like straight African crusaders. Hey, look at. I ain't gonna lie. Look, hey, Nutty, that's the main sentence too. I ain't gonna lie.
I want to add in what y'all just saying real quick, that y'all but people in the chat, they not lying. Many people might not have been in Yale. I've been in Yale. I worked at Yale for years. Studied inside of Yale. All these flags that they showing y'all on this live, they all hanging up all inside the building. There are a lot of underground tunnels in Yale. I've been in myself. But all those flags of Crusaders and Romans, they literally are all on the wall. And a lot of
You know what he's saying?
A lot of the brown skinned people that are there, they're actually African. They don't allow too many freedmen to come to Yale. How do I know? Is because Yale is right next to the projects. So a lot of those people are international students, or they have been, or they're like mixed in, or they come straight from Africa, but there's certain tribes. Not every tribe is permitted to come. But inside of Yale, I promise you, all of those flags are hanging up on the wall. There's a lot of agreement. They do have statues of the Tobacco Indians, so they know. They know exactly who's who. So everything that that they're saying is not a lie. You know what I'm saying? It is Yale was a slave owner. I give y'all some history for the people that don't know. New Haven, Connecticut was the first planned city in the country, and Yale was not just a slave owner. He was one of the biggest slave owners, and New Haven was the biggest slave colony in America at the time. It was bigger than Massachusetts. This is where the Amistad event went down. In the downtown New Haven, before it was downtown, it was a graveyard where they used to actually hang niggas. They would hang you and put you right there in the dirt. This is proven. We have seen this, the skulls and everything come up out the ground ourselves. I've seen it myself. There's a lot of stuff deep within the city. If y'all notice, all the presidents go to Yale. I'm gonna tell you this, two things. The real elite children, they don't go to schools that you can reach them at. They're not there. But the ones that do come to Yale, they are very hidden, very protected. Yale has a deep history with Skull and Bones. You can go to the Skull and Bones. It's a building. It's a Scientology building with no windows. But a lot of Yale, most of Yale is underground, all underground tunnels. I've been in them myself. Again, Yale is so big underground. They have full-size basketball courts underground. The students don't have any reason to leave the campus. So a lot of these nations that came together that he's talking about, They're literally all of these countries' flags are on the walls of Yale. And if your flag is not up there, you're probably not going to get in. So a person from Africa who is a Yoruba, a lot of Yorubas get in. A few Igbos get in. You know, if you know your Yoruba history, then you understand why a lot of Yorubas will be permitted in. A lot of Somalis are permitted in. A lot of Ethiopians are permitted in. Not too many South Africans are permitted in. You know, but as far as the Romans, if we're talking like the French, a lot of those students are permitted in.
The French African, British Africans, you see what I'm saying?
Like the hall that you're showing right now, that is, well, y'all not gonna know the street that it's on, but I've been in there myself. I know exactly where that is. None of those people, a small majority of people are actually freedmen. The majority of those people are immigrants, and they do their master's, and then they come over here for their grads.
They the Haitian Creoles, the Brazilian Creole. You see Louisiana colony, West Africa, Liberia. You gonna see it's all everybody he yelling out. That's in that photo. That's who this is right here that we breaking down.
All of them. A lot of them are second generation to America. I spend a lot of time with them. So they don't know, you know, they're children at the end of the day, so they don't understand. They're just happy to be in the room. But for those who want to really understand the history, and Hebrews all over the walls. If you can read Hebrew, you'll know exactly what they're talking about. A lot of people don't speak the Yiddish. The Yiddish is its own dialect of Hebrew. But the ones that we see in today, the Jewish people, they speak the Yiddish. And you're going to see a few Paleo Hebrew, not as much. You're not going to see no, you're going to see a lot of statues of these people that bro is talking about. A lot of these images he's pulling up. There's actually a big image of Yale with next to a slave, having a slave on the chain. Everything he talking about tobacco, Indians, and we were enslaved. Now, even Native Americans are allowed to go to Yale. A lot of them go to Yale. So again, if you really want to know what's going on, just read up on the history of Yale, read up on the history of New Haven, read upon what was going on. The president had to come down and represent individuals in Yale during the Amistad. If you don't know what the Amistad is, research what that was. That was the first time. That was the first murder case that somebody of color beat. I'm not going to say who they were, but just do some reading and see what's up. I'm gonna drop down, but I definitely seen that photo. I want to let you know and give you your flowers now because y'all definitely hitting on key points.
I see. I was gonna say that's what's gonna take us to the African American trademark.
I want to just touch on what you was talking about as far as like us going to universities and stuff. That's why I really spread the knowledge of people getting into community colleges, because the community colleges are for like freedmen's. Any freedman, if you show records and you're a freedman, you actually could get into that community college for free, literally, hands down. I know it for a fact because my baby doing it right now. She's a freedman. So the community colleges are freeman schools, but anything with community on it, like community coffee and stuff like that, you already know it's ran by freedmen. I just want y'all to know that, right? Everybody should know freedmen mean community.
And this is a fact because if you have an EBT card, you can go for free.
Yeah, I'm about to get off to drop my next video in a minute. I ain't hit 100K yet. But yeah, we're finna break down the religious nonprofit, the United States, the 501 Legion Sith Lords. You know what I'm saying? I'm finna come through the nonprofit organization, the 501 Legion, the religious nonprofit, because that's what they call it. Oh, cow, I'm finna come through. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, gee. Like, no, you good, got it. But yeah, I'm about to drop my next video on them coming in and doing a session. Okay. But no, when you brought up the Yiddish, I had pulled that up because I'm like, there you go right there. Like, most individuals don't get what they doing. They represent you feel me? They represent they boys. Nothing to do with us. The Crusades.
In their corporation.
You see the Moors under the crown on, they the Crusades.
Oh, that shit is on top of the
That's what I told him. That's why I pulled this out. The 501.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's Yiddish up there. That's Paleo Hebrew.
That's why I pulled it out.
100%.
What I be trying to tell people, that's not us. Man, look, that's not us. We don't go by no title.
Catch ain't it, lose weapon. All these subs gonna catch when me and you breaking down in our videos. They think it's a game or some shit. Nigga, we should.
I'm saying that Nicki Minaj video, man, that shit went over people's head. I'm like, I'm trying to get y'all the game. Y'all crazy. I'm gonna break it down a little bit more and show y'all where she actually from. She from the Roman Empire. That's where she come from. She come from Barbados, huh? Trinidad.
As a matter of fact,
that's the Roman Empire.
I need a ticket from you right quick.
Her alter ego is Roman.
Exactly.
Literally.
And she got the British accent. People don't catch on to shit.
Hey, matter of fact, keep running the line real quick. I'm finna go get a ticket.
Okay, but yeah, I was in my video, I'm actually the color pink and stuff like that. Like, she really came here to, like, you know, like when she really made everybody start doing like altering their bodies and stuff like that. Like, she came over here and did that. That's part of the Roman Empire. Like, if you go back into the history of the Roman Empire, they actually started altering their bodies and stuff like that. So she brought it into mainstream and then said that her alter ego is Roman Galowski. I'm like, man, this cannot be real. And then she named her city Roman's Revenge, because if you think about the Roman Revenge, it's because of everything that happened during the Crusades times. It's just deep. It's deep. And I was just trying to give y'all a small video to break it down, but it went over people's heads.
Nah, you're not lying. I used to have 11th Street Studios in Atlanta. So for those that don't know, Patchwork and 11th Street is where a lot of these major music artists, they recorded their albums and their songs. So working there behind the scenes, they are, first of all, Noel Friedman owned those studios. They are paid, their label pays for their sessions and tells them what type of music to make.
Tax write-off. They even changed the words. Hey, so look. Rise of the Clones. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Oh, dang, they go Rise of the Clones.
Put this on the big screen.
The Sith servants.
Exactly. She even brought him to the Grammys, and like people letting this stuff go over their head. Like, I'm gonna drop another video because I'm gonna respond to a comment, and I'm gonna put all this other stuff into it. I'm like, I'm putting it in y'all face. She's telling y'all who she is, and she's telling y'all she's Roman. But okay. But I'm definitely gonna drop the next video in a second.
Man, y'all gotta support the videos. We dropping that heat. Hey, look at them, the Sith Lords.
Red on Sith Lords, the Muskogees.
Yeah. thinking of using the alley-oop. Yeah. She said they African anyway. The Empire. Hey, Jay, we got all the movies coming out with all the movie heat checks.
I got heat checks after heat checks about this shit, man. Man, I got a city in Texas I'm gonna break down called Star City, man. How they use the stores and travel with the stores from this city. You know what I'm saying? This is the beginning of the cradle. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna break that shit down too, because it's all in our face. You just, you know, you gotta just read.
When they hear you attacked a diplomatic... Your tactical advised you weren't on any mercenaries. Several transmissions were beamed to the ship by rebel spies.
Them the Mormons.
The plans they sent you.
Them the Mormons in my video.
This technological terror you've constructed, the ability to destroy a planet, is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
Don't try to frighten us with your sorcerer's ways, Lord Vader. Your sad devotion to that ancient religion has not helped you conjure up the stolen data tapes, or given you clairvoyance enough to find the rebels' hidden fort.
Put that force on that boy. Watch your mouth, boy. Watch your
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Watch your mouth, boy.
You seem unsettled.
No, just pressed for time. There's a great many things to attend to.
My apologies. You do have a great many things to explain.
Them boys in their different military uniforms. I'm gonna get y'all used to the colorism of their unis so you can understand when I'm pulling the military.
Sighted the Millennium Falcon War, but it has entered an asteroid field.
Look at them, the German unis.
Do not concern me, Admiral. I want that ship.
He got that. Hold on. I think I'm the only one that be breaking this shit down like this. That helmet he got on, that back gonna represent them Egyptian helmets. The head wraps that cover the back and fling out. That's what that is.
The Wookiee to my ship.
You said they'd be left in the city under my supervision.
I am altering the deed. Pray I don't alter it any further.
Is Governor Tark suggested the test?
You were not summoned here to grovel with Director Krennic. There will be a substantial reward for the one who finds the Millennium Falcon. You are free to use any methods necessary, but I want them alive. No disintegration.
As you wish.
Vader, this is an unexpected pleasure. We're honored by your presence. You made this.
Them buttons. Them buttons represent them pins that be on a y'all know all them different metal. Hey, can you pull up King Charles for them right quick? All them pins and shit they got on. Y'all gotta understand them boys out there soaked out moving like working with his majesty.
Here to put you back on schedule.
I assure you, Lord Vader, my men are working as fast as they can.
Perhaps I can find new ways to motivate them. Apology accepted, Captain Nida.
Enough of this. Vader, release him.
As you wish.
Who yeah, that boy.
His bickering is pointless. I deserve an audience to make certain that he understands its remarkable potential.
Its power to create problems has certainly been confirmed.
Just forward, we'll find them.
Don't fail me again, Admiral.
Universal command.
That boy came in there and put his boogie on. Yeah, use the force.
We would be honored if you would join us.
Give me that.
about Leia and the Wookiee? They must never again leave this city. That was never a condition of our agreement. No one's giving hand to this bounty.
Hey, that's bro. Hey, that's bro that was on the 2019 when we watched last night, Cash. You see him? This him when he was younger. Yeah, that's bro from last night off the 2019.
Crazy.
Yeah, he was older, wasn't he? Like, damn. Damn, team.
Condition of our agreement. No one's giving hand to this bounty hunter. Perhaps you think you're being treated unfairly. No. Good. It would be unfortunate if I had to leave the garrison here. This deal is getting worse all the time.
See, they trying to convert us to light. You see it? Got the light working for you too. Like,
The fleet has moved down to flight speed and we're preparing to... You have failed me for the last time, Admiral. Captain Piet. Yes, my lord. Make ready to land our troops beyond
hey, he strangled that boy from the other side.
So that nothing gets off the system. You are in command now, Admiral.
Damn.
You'll speak to the Emperor about it.
Put that force on them boys.
Be careful not to choke on your aspirations, Director. Then perhaps you can tell him when he arrives. The Emperor's coming here? That is correct, Commander. And he is most displeased with your apparent lack of progress.
We
shall double our efforts. I hope so, Commander, for your sake. The Emperor is not as forgiving as I am.
So you see, you got the Emperor, and then you gonna have Vader out there moving around, boy. So you gonna have both of them. Who that, Carl?
Yeah.
What up? What you on?
What's up with it? No, I just chimed in.
What
as long as y'all ain't talking about Jesus, I don't really got too much to say.
Who? The Crusader?
Like I say, as long as y'all ain't talking about Jesus, I'm good.
The Crusader? The Crusader?
Who's the Crusader?
Huh?
What do you mean, the Crusader? Yeah.
You a Crusader?
You got the gold card. Don't come back up here.
So you a Crusader, bro?
What they think the Romans is fighting in? The Romans is fighting in the name of Jesus.
Yeah. Damn, Carl, just flat out, huh? You with the Royal African Crusades? You with the Roman Royal Africans, my boy. That's what we break it down, boss.
Okay, do y'all know anybody did miracles in Jesus?
Nah, I don't even... What you talking about? What's the miracle from Jesus that you're speaking of? Or did you say any?
Did any more miracles in Jesus?
Okay. I'll give you an example. Yeah, I do. One example I'm going to use is, you know how in the Bible they say Jesus, he gave bread and wine to foreigners, right?
No, I don't think.
Well, the people gave off all the food to the foreigners. We feed those people. They've been hungry forever. So, you know those people Jesus was feeding? They from the Middle East?
People that Jesus from the Middle East. No. No, I don't know nothing about that. I know he's strong in the Middle East today.
I'm saying the Hebrews and all of them, they from the Middle East. Yeah. And so Jesus, you know, the Middle East deal with Russia, Rome, Asia Minor, Africa, France, Italy, Turkey, right, Sweden, Baltic, right, England, like Jesus went to go feed them.
Oh yeah, he fed 5,000 people with 2 loaves of bread or something like that.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
Now, the people over here, we took all our land and fed them. So where did Jesus get his bread from?
You said
where did Jesus get his bread from if the people over here are already producing those crops and harvesting those goods?
What do you mean by over here, over in America?
Yeah, because Jesus took bread to the Middle East, to North Africa and all of that.
He took bread to the Middle East. Well, I mean, where'd you read that at? Where'd you read that at?
That's the location of where all of these beans are from. Like all the beans, like when you read the Bible, you can. It's my bad. Like when you read the Bible, right, it got different beings in there, nationalities, if that's what we would call it.
Okay. What nationality?
1 second, I was pulling it. Well, I was literally about to start breaking it down. But basically, the Hebrews, the Phoenicians, right, the Hittites, as an example, the Amorites.
Yeah.
It's like saying a person when they try to say, oh, they, they're Englishmen, right? They're Chinese men. You know, like, it's like saying... Okay, so, yeah, those individuals have a nationality and a place they are from. They're from the Middle East.
Well, I just said, do you know anybody did more miracles than Jesus?
Say that one more time.
Can you name anybody that did more miracles than Jesus?
Yes, the American people.
Okay, at that time, I don't think America wasn't even around.
When was Jesus in existence in your head?
It was ACE. It was ACE. But Jesus was also before Abraham. He was before and after Abraham. Jesus was on the first page of the Bible and the last.
So what I'm asking you is, Jesus come in the 1500s, 16th century?
Yeah.
All right, so that's when the letter J come in and all of that? A whole new identity?
Okay, so you saying the letter J, right? Okay, so what English letter in the hieroglyphics?
Hold on, you shifting the conversation.
No, I'm not. I'm riding with the conversation. You said letter J, and I asked you what other English
J
letter
come in the 16th
in hieroglyphics?
Jesus. That's what I was breaking down for right now.
Well, if that's the case, then the Jews was before Jesus. I mean, I'm not saying before Jesus, but basically I'm saying the Jews was...
That wasn't their name, is what you trying to say.
The Jews was back in BC.
You trying to say their name wasn't going to be Jews, which it wasn't. Their name wasn't J.
Okay, well, what was it?
You see? What is the Jews to you, first and foremost?
A race of people.
A race of people? What?
Yeah.
Where that's at on the nationality sheet?
What? Did somebody tell you a joke or something? I ain't even heard it.
Where is that at? Where can a person say, hey, I'm Jews as my nationality?
Well, Jesus was, when he was on the cross, they said he was king of the Jews.
They said King James the king of the Jews.
No, where's that at?
It's in plenty of books.
Okay, what book?
You got the King James book. You got also
King James don't have not one verse in the Bible. So what book you talking about?
How is you even reading the Bible? First, you see, like, it's all off your perception. That's the whole point of how you read the Bible. Me, I'm not none of these beings, so I know when I pick up the book, I'm not reading it like it's about me. That's first and foremost. So my perception on this book, or any books, obviously is going to be from me knowing it's not me. I'm going to just let you know that hands down. So I'm trying to figure out what's your perception and what's your take. Like, are you believing you are these people? Do you believe they have a connection with you? Or what? I don't know what your, perception and take is.
Exactly. So you saying you were indigenous to America, but America wasn't even around BC.
America was used in the 1500s, boss.
Okay, yeah, but
Jesus
it's the whole world
1500s, boss.
All right. Okay.
So Jesus in America was around at the same time, boss.
Have you ever heard of BC?
What we doing? Hold on, bro. What we doing? Jesus, 1500, 16th century. J, 16th century. America, 1500, 16th century. What is we talking about? America wasn't around.
America is a new country. That's why we don't have anything here BC in America. All our artifacts are after Jesus' death.
What? You just tried to... Okay, so America being used in the 1500s ain't the same time the letter J and Jesus come in?
Man, that letter J shit ain't... I don't know where y'all get that from.
Damn.
Because in this case, it wouldn't be no Jerusalem. And that was BC.
Obviously, it wasn't.
He said there was no America before BC. Can you put me on the screen? Because I like people when they say shit like that. They're not going to read this damn paper book. This book is called America BC, nigga. What the fuck is going on? You don't read no damn books?
Okay, there's a lot of books out there and a lot of them fiction, too.
So pyramids don't exist before Jesus?
Yeah, pyramids was before Jesus.
So it's a world spinning before Jesus is in existence, boss.
Okay, what world was that? BC.
We clearly...
We got it on the screen, BC.
What in America is BC then?
What?
What artifact do we have in America?
Family, corn is older than Jesus. Corn. A crop that we produce that could be on a hieroglyph is older than Jesus.
That's just like saying watermelon.
You don't even know Julius Caesar was...
That's like saying watermelon.
He don't get it.
That's not no artifact. That's food.
He don't get it.
God created all the food in the beginning of time. Like corn just popped up.
No, that is not how life works, bro. That is not how life works, bro.
Well, how does it work then?
We are breaking it down, but you trying to force something in where it's not going to work with you forcing something, bro.
That's you forcing something. Talking about corn.
Corn itself is older than Jesus, bro. So where did Jesus get the bread from to give to North Africa? Where did Jesus get his bread from to give to North Africa?
To straighten all that out, Jesus was before the earth was even formed. So
there he go.
Jesus was before the earth. What the hell are you talking about? Jesus was created in the New Testament, bro. He was created. What happened to the Old Testament?
Okay.
Fuck it. Not the Old Testament. We talking about the New Testament. Fuck it.
Okay, now let's go to the Old Testament and see where Jesus is.
He's not there.
Okay, let's go. I'll tell you what.
Jesus came before the earth.
I'm gonna tell you what y'all black people need to do. Y'all need to stick to dominoes and these religions.
We not black. Nah. With the source.
These goddamn drawings and shit. Y'all believe shit off TV, drawings and shit. All the fictional. Y'all need to leave religion alone and stick to dominoes.
You the one saying Jesus, bro. Yo, you crazy, Carl. You do this every live. If you catch him over there in the Bible study live, that nigga talking as a damn mouse. real talk. I was over there. I seen him in the Bible live. You stupid. For real?
Wow.
He be over there like he was in the Bible live.
Like, that nigga over there just on the motherfucking pew quiet as a mouse. He like a pigeon.
Hey, this that clown that was here last week, Jason.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, he was here last week with that foolishness.
I'm gonna ask y'all this then. Now, I know y'all don't believe me.
You be over there with your gang and you be quiet. Why you over here talking loud over here? You need to be talking loud over there when you with them. You can't say shit when you over there with them because they gonna tell your ass, shut your ass up, Carl. I got the flow, right?
Nobody never shut me up on this motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you something. Okay, now.
Tell you, like a church mouse. I don't want to hear that.
Do you know who get blocked and muted the most on TikTok?
Look at him. Look at him.
And who giggle the most? Y'all.
What are you?
That's how to laugh shit out. That shit ain't gonna work. But I don't want nothing.
And just be quiet like a church mouse. You need to stop doing that. If you're not this, bro, you sad for that.
What Carl you talking about? It ain't me.
It's definitely you, Carl. I follow you every time you go live, nigga. I'll be in the live. I'm like, look at this nigga over there. See when you go live, Mr. Carl. Like,
let me ask you this.
Carl trying to be a Hebrew.
Hebrew? I'm not fucking Hebrew. I'm a Jew like Jesus. What are you talking about?
You a Jew? You that's a Hebrew.
No, Jewish and Hebrew. It could be. No, but I'm saying that.
I'm not playing with you. They crazy. They get on here and be crazy, and this just proves the point. Every live, 3, 2, 1, action.
Do you know how to do that?
Wait, Carl, how do you got the same creator? Carl,
you a straight glizzy, bro.
Wait, hey, how don't Carl know the Hebrews? How don't Carl know the Hebrews? God, man.
I know they come at 8 in the morning, 10 at night. You probably I wouldn't trust that shit.
Carl, you don't know the Hebrews' Lord named Moloch?
We're gonna keep this, yeah. What'd you say now?
You don't know the Hebrews' God named Moloch?
God named Moloch? What are you talking about?
The Hebrews' God named Moloch.
Oh, I don't know who the hell Hebrews is, and I don't know who Moloch is.
It's the
All
Jews.
I know Jesus Christ. All I know is Jesus Christ got the keys to heaven, and I know he got the keys to heaven. About 2025.
Where you get some keys from, G?
Okay, who has all power in heaven?
Huh?
Me.
Who has all power in heaven?
Me.
Man.
Yeah.
You don't get it.
They don't like that answer, huh?
Yeah,
They want to hear.
don't get it.
Okay, well, where's it written that you? Where's it?
Hold on. So folks think somebody gonna come bother us like we ain't the guys in our own land. You think somebody else just... I mean, my own land getting bothered, so I ain't got the keys to heaven.
What was that now?
So how I don't got the keys to heaven when I'm the guys and gods of the own land, bro?
Okay.
History show the people getting bothered by every foreigner, bro. So how ain't the people the guys and goddesses with the keys to heaven, bro?
Well, first of all, I'm not gonna go back and forth with you.
I'm not
show me where I can show you what I'm talking about, really.
Right. So who got the keys to heaven? Jesus.
Look at this boy with these damn drawing of him. My granddaughter draw. She too.
Call funny as shit.
Y'all believe bullshit, man. Drawings and TV.
You only look at them
but
you only look at them Bibles with pictures in them, Carl.
Exactly.
Do y'all understand that the Bible has been true since the beginning of time until your jackass was born?
What time?
Y'all talking bad at each other.
What time?
And that's why I'm in this situation now because the brains of the OGs couldn't unlock.
Mm-hmm.
New revolution.
Lock, man. It's sad.
And still ain't unlocking.
When y'all was born, When y'all was doing all of a sudden, the Bible not true now.
It ain't true, nigga.
You're not saying that it's not true. We just saying like you dread.
You tell it to the courthouse when you go and swear your ass in it.
Using the Bible against you. They not what?
We trying to lock your dumb ass up.
It's actually for them.
Tell it to the courts when you swear in.
The courts, we don't even go. I don't know what you're talking about. We don't go over there.
Look, Carl, hold on. Let me read this. In 1664, it was laws that specifically say blacks who convert to Christians will be slaves for life. Carl,
what do you say now?
It's 1664 laws stating blacks nonetheless remain slaves for life, bro.
I don't even understand what you were saying.
What? Oh my God.
He said that blacks who turned to Christ was slaves for life. Slaves for life.
Even a guy in the background listening.
It was. The Hebrews were black people, African.
Nah, see?
Did he bring his mirror to help?
If you get your hair cut, I hope they get you in the back of your damn head, nigga.
Oh, these people.
Hey, this will be your grandma or your grandpa?
It'll be my mama's side. So I have both grandma and grandma on that side. And what the old lady talking about? She's talking about.
So you saying on your mama's side, you found your grandparents both coming out of Africa?
At least one answers on that side. Just count both, but at least one answer.
At least one, and the rest of your ancestors are coming from where?
I guess other slave manifests. Like, for instance, my dad's side, we know the plantation that they were at.
But where are these people being born? Where are they being born?
Of course, they're being born over here. I'm not saying that every African.
So are you finding any African being on your family tree being born in Africa?
I mean, again, if the guy was like,
this is a simple yes or no question.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you finding anybody in your tree being born in Africa?
Yes, ma'am. If that was yes, ma'am. That's kind of simple. Again, there have been many besides myself that have done that. Like, okay, I'm gonna go straight out and say yes. I disagree that we were already over here. That's fine. It doesn't mean that some of the stuff that is true is true. We are definitely part of this United States.
You're not making sense.
Can I say something real quick? Because my family comes from Louisiana, and one side of my family that came from Louisiana, one was always there, but another side of my family from there, I also found manifest. I'm not going to say slave manifest, but I found a manifest where they moved him from. He was living on the census, entire family. They moved him from Virginia to Louisiana, where he was on the next census with his family. Okay?
They definitely did that. Yes, ma'am. They definitely did that.
Okay, but no, he was never a slave. I don't know if you're hearing me. He wasn't a slave either way, but they removed him from his land. Sometimes I wonder, do you guys read that stuff and follow up to see where they were before they moved them and where they landed and where they were at after they moved them? That's what I wonder.
Yes, ma'am. So, for instance, I can concur on you like that. Let's say part of my ancestry, of course, too, came from, like, let's say South Carolina, where they moved some people from South Carolina to Mississippi. You know what I'm saying? Like, that happened historically. That's not fake. You got to think about it. When they were just 13 colonies, when they opened them up.
What are you saying? I just said they moved them. What I'm saying is, like, I kind of agree with Miss Lisa. And I think that sometimes when you all tell these stories, you're not really following the people. Like maybe you didn't follow that they moved them from where they were at and moved them there. You know, because like I said, mine were on the census, which means that you couldn't be on the census supposedly if you were a slave. You had to be free to be on the census. Slaves were not on the census.
Yeah, but as you said, a manifest is cargo. If you want to look at it like that, a manifest is a documentation of that. It doesn't say whether you're freed or not. It's a manifest.
No. Did you hear what I said?
You want to look at it like that?
They were on the census before they were moved.
Yes, ma'am.
And they were on the census after they were moved.
Yes, ma'am.
And this was at the time where they should not have been on the census because slaves were not on the census. And he also lived and had family before and after. He was a young man. So they just moved him from his father's house, and his father was still there.
Virginia has a long history of freed men and freed women also. That is another point.
So when he moved to Louisiana, he was still not a slave, is my point. Are you hearing me?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I honestly do. I honestly do hear you. And I agree with you. Like, I guess my main thing is everything that everybody is saying is true. It's a piece of the puzzle. It's not the entire puzzle, though. Like, yes, there were freedmen, freed women from Virginia. There are old families in Virginia. I'm in the DMV area right now. They teach you this in school. They have been free and not slaves since the 1600s, at the very
least. Yeah, he was a child, your guys.
So what, man?
I just said he was a child. They moved him in I believe his sister. But they didn't remove his parents. And somebody had a small child that they left there as well. A 4-year-old. So I don't know if that was his or his sister's child, but the 4-year-old stayed there.
And then we got to look at also the British outlawed slavery in 1814? So technically, you know what I mean? That's another time.
I'm talking about
y'all to use also.
I'm talking about
no.
On my vacation. It's been a long time coming. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hey girl, how you doing? Hey Original.